Well, Resolve to Simplify and Evolve is the name of an article we ran from our old friend Davis Balistracci, and it appeared in Monday's issue of the Quality Digest newsletter. You can see it right there with Davis's handsome, smiling face. Well, as is his wont, our good friend Davis, he's also a longtime QD columnist. He's starting off the year with some resolutions, 12 resolutions that he challenges all of us to undertake with him this year. Now, the thing you got to know about Davis Balistracci is that he's more than just a brilliant industrial statistician. He is. He's a very well-known, renowned industrial statistician. He knows his stuff, but he's fought throughout his career to put data into context and to help organizations focus on real issues and achieve real and lasting improvement. As well as he understands numbers, Davis understands organizational psychology even better, and that makes him a terrifically valuable guide for forward-thinking quality professionals. Again, it's not just about the numbers. You know,
right.
he understands the numbers, he puts them into context of what they mean in terms of what your process is showing and how you can improve it. So really valuable to look at it from that perspective. The resolutions he offers up here in this column, they run the gamut from the deeply philosophical. For example, resolution 1 is, have you unintentionally evolved into a qualicrat? That's like, you gotta think about that, a little self-reflection there. And then he has some eminently practical ones too, like resolution 9, get results that grab executives and leaders' attention. That's sure, pretty good advice right there.
Yep.
In between, he offers up a little reading list, a couple of good books he mentions that he recommends that you read, and he challenges readers to stop confusing activity with impact. That's one of his resolutions that I think is a really good one, because I do that all the time.
I'm doing a lot of stuff.
I mean, it's like, yeah, why is
busy.
none of this stuff getting solved? It's like I'm working like a dog, right? But you know, what are you doing that's not just working, but also is having meaning for your process and improving it? Well, the 12th and final resolution is, to me, the most striking, the ones he presents here, because he asks us all to read and think about the following 2 quotes at the beginning of each and every workday. So he presents 2 quotes. They're kind of long, so bear with me. I'm going to show them up on the screen as well, so that you can read along with me as I read them to you. The first is by entrepreneur Jim Verzino. Jim Verzino, who writes, again, these are things that Davis thinks that we should think about and read every day. And Jim Verzino says, nobody plans for poor quality management solutions, but over time, harmless little decisions can derail a quality management system. Each time we choose to sacrifice the good of the system for one person or allow an ineffective, outdated legacy practice to continue, we take small steps toward lower and lower standards. When we have a culture that puts quality and environmental attainment at a lower priority than feelings and keeping the status quo, slowly we make the hundreds of decisions that eat away at total performance. Every week, tens if not hundreds of little decisions like these are made in a large company. Any one decision will not make or break the system. However, hundreds of decisions being made with a priority on entrenched personnel or ideas rather than the higher goals of continuous improvement will bring the system to its knees over time. Those are strong words.
Yeah.
Those are strong words, a lot of words there, but great ones to remember each and every day, because they really put the onus on making the right decisions on a consistent basis. Here are some other really good words. Another quote that he offers that we should bear in mind as we do our work every day. This one is from author and frequent keynote speaker Mariella Deba, who writes and says, enough of attending meetings that lead to building a bridge to nowhere. Enough of asking what I'm supposed to do rather than asking what needs to be asked. Enough of praising people who are undeserving of praise. Enough of valuing form over substance. Enough of accepting good when what is needed is outstanding. Enough of enabling people to act as victims when they need to take personal responsibility. Inevitably, this kind of shift doesn't happen unless a substantial number of leaders put their collective foot down and say enough in unison. Well, I would say if those 2 quotes don't get you fired up to take some real action on the real problems confronting your organization, I don't know what else Davis or me or you or anybody could offer. I mean, those are really practical, action-based quotes, talking about things you can do to make change, to be a change agent. And really that's the takeaway here, is that nothing will ever happen in an organization unless the people within that organization, you and me, all of us here, commit to change and act to bring it about. the beginning of the year, it's a great time. Everybody does it. They have the resolutions to make changes for the good. But it's only through the steady, focused application of effort, not just during the first days of the new year, but in every day of this year and every year to come, that real change sticks. I mean, it's not always easy. It's almost never glamorous, but being a change agent requires consistency of thought and consistency of purpose, and most importantly, consistency of action. And if you do that, your organization's going to benefit. You're going to benefit too, because it's not really about what you think is right. There's always slogans, and Deming always said, get away from sloganeering. And these aren't slogans, the things that I just read. These are action-based things that you can do to be a change agent within your organization. I think it's really important. And what Davis says all the time is that you've got to take action that really matters. You've got to understand what it is first. Yeah. And that's where the statistical analysis part of this comes in, is plotting the dots and knowing what those things are. But once you know, you got to take the right action. You've got to be able to stand up to management and stakeholders and say, hey, this is the right thing to do. And I'm going to start with me, the man in the mirror.
That's good stuff.
That's good stuff by Davis. I mean,
pretty potent words,
Davis is Davis is a very, he's an excitable guy. We've had Davis on the show. He's very enthusiastic. Comes through in his writing. His writing's very enthusiastic. His book Data Sanity was really
Data Insanity.
Data Insanity. I'm sorry,
Insanity,
but Data Sanity is what he's trying to get to.
Right.
I just mix it up. But yeah, that is a really good book, and we've talked about it on the show a couple of times. So check that out. Check out the article and check out Davis's website too. Always some good stuff there from Davis.